Okay. Talking to Tiff, you guys. I'm live talking to Tiff. We're trying to fix this. And now it's saying it's having trouble with Facebook. So we are just like striking out tonight. I don't know what to do. Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on.
That's good. Hang on. Okay. Are you there? Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
Now are we on? Are we back?
Yeah, the problem is Facebook is saying there's a problem now. But we have more people on hang on. I'm trying. Oh my gosh. This is nuts. I'm trying to get everybody that is on the other YouTube on this new YouTube, but I have to find this is nuts.
All right, I'm going to go to the single. Oh, let's go to single screen those steps. So.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's better.
Add to stage. Okay.
Ooh, I can hear myself talking. Here, go to you. Just you.
I can't go to me. You.
There we go. Whoops.
Okay. All right. So what have we got here? It looks like we have a lot of YouTube people. And my thing says it's on Facebook. Oh, no. Now it says Facebook has an exclamation point. So thanks, Penny, for giving everybody an update. We appreciate all your help. And then Kimberly, I believe, is on Facebook. Stephanie's probably got a Facebook screen open also. So if we can get everybody that's, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's worked flawlessly for 3 weeks, right? And this is an exciting one too. It's so exciting. The Zip and Go bag's one of our favorites, one of your favorites, we know. So I guess what I'm going to do is just sort of carry on. And then, yeah, maybe Kimberly could help with directing people from Facebook. Yeah, it looks like we lost Facebook, but we're very strange. But I'm going to keep talking to all of you who are here. And then people on Facebook will post a link on YouTube, and then they'll get to watch it. But that's kind of a bummer. Stephanie's still working on getting that done. So the Merle Buddy bag, Merle Zip and Go bag, all the girls have the same name. Now, I do have to give you one piece of kind of heartbreaking news. I know we were not able to do all the Zip and Go bags out of the gate. So we do have 8, and one of them is brand new, and I will share that with you last, but certainly not least. So let's talk about your favorites that are here. Merle, one of the favorites. Of course, Stephanie, also one of the favorites. Now, if you're unfamiliar, I'm going to change cameras here again. If you're unfamiliar with Stephanie, she is our preferred ink bag. Oh, that's not Stephanie. Stop it. Stop. Here she is. Here she is. She is the preferred ink storage bag for oblong, oval, rectangle inks. And you can just load your ink in. She comes with these stickers so you can label the ink containers. That's why you see all those colors so nicely. And of course, I have her laying on her back. Normally, you would have her like this, and you would see all the ink colors. And then the little hole in the top of the box is what allows you to pull that box up and out. So the other thing I want to talk about, and I'm not sure if you can really see it, is that, oh, looks like Facebook's back. Hallelujah. I'm not sure if you can really see it, but the top of this bag is all wrinkled. This is how it was folded up. You know, they come flat, and you unfold them, and you unfold the boxes and put them together. So you can see this wrinkling on the top. That will go away once your bag is stretched out and loaded up, and there's some weight in there and all those kind of things. You know me. I'm a little bit obsessive about stuff. So I actually take my blow dryer and I put it on low heat, and I warm up my bags, and then the wrinkles come out of them a little faster. You don't have to do that. The wrinkles are going to come out just from loading it up and using it in the heat in the house.
You're a nut. You really do that? Seriously?
I do. The wrinkles bother me. So yeah, I mean, you can see like I did it on this one. So it had like a cross wrinkle on the top, and now it's gone. But Anyway, so if that bothers you, you can do that. Now, please take note. I said my blow dryer, the one I use for my hair, on low heat. Do not use your heat gun. Do not use your heat gun from your for embossing. Do not use that. Blow dryer on low, and you're going to get that. So Stephanie is great for inks. She's going to hold oblongs, ovals, rectangles, almost any brand. Stephanie is going to be your girl for that. Now, her little sister is Chastity, and Chastity is going to hold square inks, round inks. So when we're talking about Altenew and Tim Holtz and pods, like this type of pod with glitter glue, glitter paste, or flakes in it, even small, these are just small collection of small stamp sets, right? So tiny stamp sets. So anything like that is going to fit perfectly in the Chastity bag. So Chastity and Stephanie, kind of your two best buddies for inks and a variety of other things as well. And then sticking with the favorites, we have Leanne. Leanne's really been the workhorse of the bunch, so she's great for bigger, heavier tools, things like your Crop-A-Dial or maybe that heat gun or a hot glue gun or that type of thing that you want to take with you or store away. And again, all of them are going to have the big label pocket on the end, name tags, handles, double zippers on all the bags. So Leanne is back. Now we're going to talk about two other sisters. We got Stephanie and Chastity, and now we have Kirsten and Karen. So Kirsten is the big sister of Karen. One of the things people have loved about these bag designs in the past is that they have this nice slanted or angled opening on them, which means when you flip the lid back, you've got this like file box, kind of like an old school file box. And what's going to fit in there? Of course, you know it already, our flip flap tab divider pockets, which we talked about 2 weeks ago, I think. So this is the 9x6 flip flap tab divider pocket. And one thing you'll notice is there's plenty of room for the tab to stick up even when the lid is on. Now, one sort of happy accident, is that what we like to call it, about this 9x6 size is that if you are someone, and I hear more and more and more, what do I do with my 6x8 paper, which is a big thing in card making now. There's a lot of manufacturers doing 6x8. This is going to be ideal for 6x8 paper storage, right? You got a little bit of extra room, and you've got the pockets that are going to fit in there to hold your scraps that match the paper, or that, you know, if you have pattern paper, a collection of paper, or if you're just putting it in rainbow order, then you're going to be able to use the 9x6 pocket in there to keep all those scraps and stuff together. The other thing, which you probably already noticed in my 9x6 pocket, is that I have it loaded with, and this is my mother's idea, I have to give her credit, she sews, so she has lots of rickrack and bindings and trims and lace, and they all come wrapped around these little cards, and they just make a mess, right? Once you open them, the packages rip, and they're just everywhere. She used to have in this big basket that she had to dig through. So now she's got them all lined up in like this in the only set of 10 9x6 flip-flap pockets that I actually had in my possession. Now they are gone, but it is my mom, so that's okay. So anyway, Kirsten, going to work with our 9x6 pockets and great for 6x8 paper as well. And then her little sister, Karen, who is perfect for 5x7. You probably all already know that. And of course, Karen is going to work again with our 5x7 pockets. So same as it ever was, right? So Kirsten and Karen, two of your favorites, back in business for all kinds of great things, right? Really good size and shape for card making in particular. So you're going to love those too. All right. Faylene, one of our favorite people. This is her little bag. Faylene is for 6x6, right? Giant label pocket on the side, which is really nice. Again, the handle there. And then Faylene is going to, of course, work with not only our 6x6 flip-flap pocket, but our 6x6 fancy folio is going to fit perfectly in Faylene, and you're going to have the tab at the top that just sticks up a little bit, easy to see, and enough room when you close the lid that it's a perfect fit. So Faylene for 6x6, you're going to love her. Okay, you're gonna love all of them. We do love all of them. Okay, so are you ready? Like everybody now, throw up some hearts or something, whatever you can do, because now I'm gonna show you the newest girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I did all the ones we had. The newest girl in the collection. Are you ready? Oh, I'm so ready. Okay, everybody, feast your eyes on Kimberly. So Kimberly, I'm going to switch my camera here. Kimberly is designed to hold your markers, right? So I've got Olo markers and I cut the packaging off and just stuffed it in here so I could see all those big color dots there. But Kimberly is going to hold all different kinds of markers. So you can see I've got Copics, Artesia, I've got tall markers, I've got Olo, and I've even got tools in here. I'm going to switch because this really isn't the best view, is it? I've even got tools in here, scissors, water brushes, right? A small ruler. So anything you want to keep straight up and down so that you can have easy access. So, right, we cut the top of Kimberly off, right? She's got, the top is raised that we're folding back here so that everything sticks out of those boxes in that are the core of Kimberly. And that way it's really easy, whether you have something short like a Copic marker or tall, it doesn't matter. You can still get your hands on it really easily, really quickly. And then you're just going to tuck everything in back under that lid, zip it up. And what do you think? What do you know? You already know this, those of you who've been around for a while. Of course, if you're using double tip markers, you want to store them on their side. And one of the things that Zip and Go bags are best at is flexibility, right? You can store them vertically, horizontally, on their back, on their front, all of those things. And even better now because of the zipper. So some of our bags that had Velcro, they had a gap on the side. And if you tipped them sideways, things would fall out. You're not going to have any of that concern with any of the new Zip and Go bags. So I'll give you a quick recap. We've got Merle and Leanne. We've got Chastity and Stephanie, your ink buddies. We've got Kirsten and Karen, right? These are 9x6, 5x7 file box style. We've got Faylene, your favorite for 6x6. And last but not least, the newest girl in the club is Kimberly. You are absolutely going to love her. So that's it, my friends. That's what we're sneak peeking out tonight. The Zip and Go bags, all of them will be available at launch. I don't know if you've got questions for me.
Yes, we have
Stephanie,
some questions. Biff, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, which bag to hold the Stampin' Up! Ink pads?
Stampin' Up! Ooh.
Your guess is as good as mine.
That's going to be Leanne, and you're going to be able to get a bunch of them in there. So I'm going to sneak over here for a minute. I'll keep talking so you don't think that I've dropped off the planet here. And I'm going to grab this stack of Stampin' Up! Ink pads that I have over here. And I think I've got, I just have a little stack of them. So
there we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's check it out. I haven't actually put these in here yet, but that's my guess, right? That they're going to go. Okay,
and you know what, Tiff, you barely touched on the fact that these new Zip and Go bags have a stronger plastic on the bottom.
They do.
Yes, so they're much stronger than the originals. So that's exciting also. But look at that. Look how perfect they fit. And that is what bag, Tiff?
Tower of them in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I bet you can get 12 in there. So I have the flip over one on the top, and then the flat ones, like the older style is the one on the top, but even that fits in there with no problem.
Okay, so, what bag is that?
This is Leanne.
Leanne.
But I put them in upside down.
There you go.
Now the right side up. But again, I was talking about how you can store it, right? You want to store those ink pads flat. So stand her up and you're good to go, right?
Good to go.
Yeah, and especially if you have it in a tote or something, easy to pull in and out of the tote or any of those kinds of things. So
right. So the next question is zippers with the question mark.
Yes. The answer is yes, zippers. Double pull zippers on all the bags.
Yes. And who is Kimberly named after? Which that one's kind of important.
Kimberly is named after Kimberly Saldana, who has been really, you have her to thank for the launch of this brand, because we worked together at Crafters Companion. For those of you who don't know Kimberly, your life is less full without her in it, because she is a wonderful, inspiring force. And when things went sideways with Crafters Companion, she was a huge supporter of the Totally Tiffany brand, huge. And when things went sideways with Crafters Companion, she said, you know, are you going to do this now that you can? And I was like, I don't know. She's like, yeah, you're going to do it. Yes, we're going to do it. I'm going to help you. We're going to do it. We are going to get Stephanie involved. It's going to be amazing. And really, Kimberly Saldana was it. I mean, that's she. If we could make her bag gold instead of vinyl, we would. But it is definitely, she is the one who, she's the reason we are here. So everybody should buy a Kimberly. Yay. And thank her that way.
And can I just say, Tiff, I don't think you know this story, but Kimberly and I eat French fries the same way. So maybe someday I will talk to you about that. I did a video 100 years ago, but Kimberly and I eat French fries the same way. It's crazy. We're really weird about it.
It is weird. It's funny because I was just telling my husband the other day, we were at a restaurant with a burger. We shared a burger, and I said, you know, Stephanie eats her French fries like this. So it's funny that it's
Kimberly does the same thing. Okay,
so you guys want to know how they eat their French fries? They put it in their nose and then they get it out with their tongue. It's the weirdest thing. That's 100% untrue, everybody. It's 100%
okay. So
untrue.
They want to see more about the Kimberly. So they didn't really get to see too much about the six.
Oh, okay. So why does Kimberly work so well? It's because inside there are 6 boxes like this, right? So, these are Copic. So Olo, you can fit 16 Olo markers in one box, right? That's 2 sets, right? I have my 2 cards right here. No, that's 1 set. Sorry, I'm lying. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, that's 1 set. Sorry, 16. Where's the rest of my markers? See why I need another Kimberly bag? I only have 1. I had to show other products too. Okay, so, but Copics, I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Probably about the same, I guess. It seems like there should be more, but Artesia. But the nice thing about this is, right, that no matter, everything stands up. So it's so easy to get to, right? Even here's the tool ones, right? And then there's her name tag down in the bottom, so you won't forget who she is. And she's got a handle on the top and a handle on the side with the big label pocket, right? So especially if you're storing things by brand or by color or whatever, it's going to be really easy to find those things with the Kimberly. I will also tell you, if you're putting the taller things like the tallest stuff, if you put it in the middle, right, then you can get to your other things from either side, but it also makes it a little bit easier to close it up, right, because nothing's can hang out the side if they're shorter. Now I just said that and I put those in the front, but so super easy, double zipper pull, top handle, side handle, 6 boxes, giant label pocket. I love the label pockets. You know why? Because if you just have a tiny little label on something, it's hard to read. And now I've got this, I mean, look how big this label is, right? I could write a paragraph on there. It's amazing. So you're going to love the big label pockets, and the reinforced bigger handles are really nice as well.
Yes. And there was a question about the tri-blends. Will tri-blends fit in there?
I don't think so, because they're so long. Mm-hmm. I think tri-blends are even longer than, I will go grab one. Okay. But I don't know. I haven't tried it, but I will. Okay,
I'll answer some questions that I know the answer. Will Stamps of Life be carrying the zip and go bags? Yes. The kangaroo pockets do fit in the Kirsten and the Karen. Yes, of course, because that would be insanity if they didn't, right? The zippers are incredibly strong. They are stronger. They are stronger than the Velcro. And keep in mind, like the Kirsten bag doesn't have Velcro on the sides. So we've upgraded this version. It has a zipper all the way around. Nothing is going to fall out. So if it's in your car and it tips over, nothing's falling out because it's completely zipped in. So it's a double zipper, by the way. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to say probably no on the tri-blends. I don't have any anymore, but this is a chameleon marker. And so, yeah, I can't believe there's not one stray tri-blend roaming around my studio here. But, you know, probably the biggest, yeah, they're probably going to be almost an inch too long if they're the same length as chameleons, which I think they are. I think they were quite long. So if somebody actually knows the length of them, I do have my handy dandy pink tape measure here, and I would be happy to, if you know the height, to, well, I don't need that. I can tell you what the height is, and then if you find your tri-blends, you can measure them. But bottom to top, you could put any marker in there that is 6.5 inches. That gives room for the box. Yep, 6.5 inches or shorter. The boxes themselves, though, I think are only 4 inches tall. Oh, 4.5, sorry. They're 4.5 inches tall. So there's the back view there. So you can kind of see it a little bit better with the boxes in there. So yeah, anything that's 6.5 inches or less is going to fit perfect.
Okay, so the next question is, are you going to come out with Katie bags?
I don't know. The thing about the Katie bag is that she was the similar size to Kirsten at a different orientation. I think she was a little bit skinnier. If
we still have some on Stamps of Life, though. So
yes, I know people love that orientation, though. I mean, it's nice when you're storing something that is vertical, like your stamp set, to actually have it in a vertical position rather than horizontal. So I wouldn't rule out that we will or that we won't do it. And of course, the more people, if there's something you want, we talked about this last week, I think, right, Steph? Just let us know. This is what I want. This is what I want to use it for. Really important. If you tell us what you want to use it for, it's very helpful, because then we kind of can get a pulse on, oh yeah, lots of people use those. That's really popular. They'll be a great product. I mean, I got a great suggestion. I think it was last week afterwards that I've been doing a lot of research on. So yeah, if you love something, you want something, let us know. Anything else, Steph?
Oh, let me see. They're asking about other buddy bags. Any others? Like these are the zip and goes for this launch. Yes. So you guys, I'll just say this again, because this is like the most important part. 56 products. Like only Tiffany would think to release 56 products in one day. So it's not like, we're only releasing 3 products. So this is the first wave, right?
Yes.
Lots more coming, but we can only do so much.
And it's funny because I don't, Kimberly was like 24, let's do 24. And I thought that's not enough. That's not, and I'm telling you, I mean, even Stephanie can attest to this as well. It's it's been a rocket ride. I mean, it's been a challenge.
It has.
Yeah, it's really different.
Here's another question. Which bag will hold the Scout?
You haven't seen it yet.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
That's
all I can say.
Hang on. Is there something for ink cubes like the old 8 drawer coming back?
Yes. There's definitely going to be something for ink cubes. We are hoping it is in the next release. We probably the number one requested item we have gotten is that. So yes, that is definitely on the table for the next release.
Right. I love what Victoria said. I'm going to show it. She says, loving how you improved everything while in limbo.
Yes.
That's like the perfect. Yes. I love that.
And it really is. It really gave us a chance to kind of look at everything and say, how could this be a little better? What don't we like? What don't our customers like? What have people told me over the years? Like the name tags. We want the name tags, right? So that kind of stuff really has been, it really has been an opportunity to do that.
Another question, Ruth Debbie, I thought you were asleep. She's taking, hi, Ruth Debbie. Is there a bag for embellishments?
Not yet.
Shelly says, obviously, I'm going to be replacing all of my buddy bags. I might need a second job. Well, you know what? We have a situation at Stamps of Life where you need to come watch one of our No Makeup Mondays, and we'll tell you how to make a ton of money. Ruth Debbie can attest to that. Well, we have a rotating board.
Well, Stephanie's giving me side eye. I'm giving her side eye. We can't see Kimberly's face, so we don't know what she's thinking.
Oh, well, Tiffany, before you answer that, remind us how many TT items there were.
Almost 300.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a lot. I mean, when you think about all the made for art products, which was the rotating design board, and that was in 3 sizes. And then we had all the desk made items, which were all the wooden desktop organizers. We, of course, had the scrap rack and all that accoutrement, and all the paper handlers and fab files and paper takers and store and go bags and double-sided punch bags. And I mean, I'm just looking, right? Like I still, of course, have those products here. So yeah, there was a lot. And here's kind of an interesting thing. I started releasing to get up to 300 products. So let's say Scrap Rack was 20 SKUs when it was full SKUs. So 20 SKUs of Scrap Rack. And then it took me from 2008 until 2020. So 12 years to get to 300 products, right? And even people looked at that and said, that's an aggressive amount of product releases. So, I mean, 56 products. I know Kimberly's just gone, I told you it was going to be hard. 56 products, that's, 3 years, I guess, almost worth of products. So we do have a little bit of a leg up. We do have a little bit of a head start on design and that type of thing. So, yeah, but it is, there was 300, just under 300, I think 287 or 298 or something. So plenty.
Yes. Question, do you have something for fat quarters, for quilters or sewers?
Yes and no, not yet. But I will say that I bet that you would, I know, let's get some. I know that if you're looking, especially for those of you who want to store by project or by color, let me swap these out for fat quarters, that you could, and one of the nice things about the zipper bag here is that it really does, there is no gap, and there is no Velcro to, my husband just wandered in. He loves a good live.
Oh, hi, Park. Hi, Petey, because I'm sure Petey's there.
I don't know. So he's looking for a fitted lid for a saucepan. Look under. So Park is making dinner tonight because
what's for dinner, Park?
But it's in the corner rounder on the lower level. Okay, so there we've got a bunch of.
Is that Leanne?
Yeah, this is Leanne. I wonder if you put them the other way, if that would make a difference too. I'm gonna try it. So you could go this way. I think you can fit more. You can also put them in the other angle. Then they don't stick up. I like the sticky uppy though, because I do, because it's easier to grab them, right? But I don't know if they were all, if you could close it, if they were all, probably
Squish a little bit enough.
Well, and that's gonna iron out the wrinkles on the top of your plastic, ladies. So that's what I'm talking about, right? If you had it fully loaded with your fat quarters, you would stretch that top, right? One of the things about vinyl is has a little bit of elasticity to it, so it is going to stretch out if you do something like this, and that's going to flatten out those wrinkles. So if you're like me, just fill your bags up and they're going to be fine. All right.
Grinelda, I always say your name wrong, love. Norma, I'm going to say your other name. She wants to know, what are the differences between Stephanie and Leanne?
Well, Stephanie there's very similar basic dimension, right? Leanne's a little taller, I think, just a hair. Oh no, they're about this, almost exactly the same, except that Stephanie has the 4 boxes on the inside. Stephanie also, because she has 4 boxes, there's a flat piece of plastic that comes with Stephanie. That's sort of a stabilizer, right? So if you had those 4 boxes in there with nothing across the bottom, it'd get a little bit wonky. So she's got the 4 boxes, but Leanne only has 1 box, and she's got that stabilizer at the bottom as well. So both are named after fabulous women, Leanne and Stephanie, though. So they have that in common, along with their size. So, but that's a big difference. Bulk, you want to store bulk or tools or big open space, that's Leanne. If you're looking for some way to corral all those inks and keep them organized. Stephanie also comes with the little stickers. I think I said that, but you get a sheet of 30 stickers that you can put on the outside of your ink pad, right? So if you really want to see what the true color is, you can ink up those stickers and put them on your bag.
Yes. So everybody's loving the zippers, Tiff. So that's really good. Another question is, are you going to have a checklist? Are we going to have a checklist?
You mean a shopping list? Yes.
It just said checklist.
I'm assuming that means shopping list because I've always done that in the past. We will have a shopping list. The last sneak peek, which I think is the 13th of January. And so we'll talk about one more brand new product line, 13th of January. And then we'll have the shopping list. And so especially if you, and we'll have which the other thing you might be talking about is product grids that, list all the products in a group. And then it has all the dimensions and, some uses, some of the best uses for those products, like we did with TT. Yes, those are actually, your stores have access to those now. And the other websites will have access to those now. So you'll not only be able to get them from us on our website, but you will also be able to find them on the other websites or the other stores that you shop at. They'll have access. So if you're looking, you want to go in and say, hey, what fits in here? They'll have access to those product grids as well. But we will have a shopping list that you can print, download, save on your desktop. That will be available as a downloadable PDF link on the 13th. So whichever thing you're looking for, the answer is yes.
Okay. Tiff, do you want to do some winners? I haven't actually. I
want to talk about winners. Did I already talk about winners? That if you
No, we haven't talked. No.
Okay, so in order to be a winner, you have to comment in the feed. That's how we randomly draw out of the feed. So whenever we're on a live, please comment. Even if all you do is say hi and where you're from, how long you've been a fan of TT or the Stamps of Life or both of us or whatever you want to say, just get in that feed. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all those things. That's how we choose a winner. Are we doing 2 winners tonight, Steph?
Yeah, we didn't talk about it, but yeah, let's do 2.
Okay, we're going to do 2 winners. And I got an email from a gal saying, hey, I can't watch live. And, but so I don't have an opportunity to win. So if you are watching this and you're not live, go ahead and make a comment anyway, because we are going to pull another winner that is from people after the fact who couldn't watch it live, who commented after the fact. So so if you want to get in and win, we will be pulling winners for that as well. So you are not left out because you have a job or something, some other responsibility other than having fun with Tiffany and Stephanie in the 2 Blue studio for our live, what are we doing? We're sneak peeking things. That's what we're doing.
So there's a question really quick. Somebody says, will there be a bag like the Kirsten? Well, we have the Kirsten, so that's the only one that's like the Kirsten. Is the Kirsten.
Maybe you're asking about another bag. This is nicer. This is nicer than the Kirsten. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But if you're asking about, maybe you're using the wrong name because maybe you're asking about the Lois or the Cindy.
I don't know.
Ooh. So yes, but Kirsten is going to be here soon.
Yes. Let's see. By chance, will Stamps of Life offer pink ones?
By chance, you'll have to talk to Stephanie about that.
Okay, you guys, again, 56 products. Yeah.
Okay, I will drop this little hint though. I don't know. And Kimberly, if you want to say more about this, throw it in the feed. Because there actually were more than 56 products because we did do some custom Zip and Go bags for someone else for the launch. So I don't know. Kimberly can, if it's okay to comment that, Kimberly can throw it in the feed. And if it's not okay, I didn't say anything other than yes, we will do custom. Unfortunately, Stephanie was in on the 56 products. So if she was also going to do another group for TSOL, that would have made her, you can't hire.
That was the long answer. The short answer is yes, but not yet. We needed to focus on the 56 first.
Oh, Kimberly threw it in there.
Oh, did she? Cool. Here's a question. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
So, friend, if you like tailored expressions and you like the teal color,
there you go.
Uh-oh, Kimberly's calling. Hang on. I think I might be in trouble. Am I in trouble? Oh, no, she hung up on me.
Oh, she hung up on you.
She probably could hear me talking on her thing. I don't know.
Tiff, what bag would hold an A2 size cards and envelopes? Oh, probably Karen.
Am I in trouble?
You're not in trouble.
Excellent.
Okay. You can talk about it. She said yes.
Okay. We're chatting it up right now.
Okay. Yeah, we already said it.
All right. Bye. Okay. Yeah. So Taylor from Tailored Expressions, great gal, but she has her really pretty soft teal color. And so she will have, in that color, she will have, I can't remember which ones. She has 3. Though that will be releasing in the teal color. So yes, and then Steph will have her color. So there will be a color palette to choose from. Will. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, I think 5x7, right? A4 or A4 is more 4x6.
4.25 by 5.5.
So for anything that's 4x6, so that's going to fit in our what, Stephanie? Help me here.
I'm thinking Karen's the closest one. I think Karen's the closest one.
Yeah, Karen's 5x7, so that's going to be a little roomy. So I think the File Master is a better choice for 4x6, actually. So not that we won't eventually have a 4x6, but we have some other things coming that will also work for that dimension. So depending on how you're using things and where you're using things, right? So for those of you who like to use a craft cart, we have a product line coming very soon that is going to be amazing in a craft cart. And I do know 4x6 is one of the dimensions that works really well in that product group. All right.
Yes.
Any more questions? Are we doing winners?
I think we're doing winners.
All right. Who are
they? There was one question. Are we going to be selling gift certificates before the end of the year?
Stephanie's in charge of website related items. So this
I haven't even looked at gift certificates yet. No, gift cards yet.
You'll have to issue someone an IOU. And then when we go live with gift certificates.
Okay. You said craft cart, Tiff.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have said cart. I know it. I know. I know.
Okay, winners. Let's do our winners. Woo!
Winner, chicken dinner. Okay, who is it?
It is now. It doesn't have the real names, you guys, because all I can see are your handles on YouTube, on YouTube. But one is Crafted Treasures.
Oh, I like
is the handle. I know, I like that name. And one is Susan Phillips 8202 or 8202.
8202.
Yes.
All right, winners. You need to email marketing@theorganizedoption.com, marketing@theorganizedoption.com, and we will, you will not get anything from us until just before launch, and then we will send you an email that has your code in it so you can actually choose whatever you want with your gift certificate that you'd have won today. So congratulations, winners. Thanks everybody for bearing with us through our little technical challenges. This evening. That was very strange. And I guess that's it. So next week, tell a friend or tell 2 friends, come on, join us live, win a prize, see what's new and exciting. Next week is the first week, I think, of products that we are calling brand new items, right? So what we launched and what we've shown you initially are upgrades to Other products, next week we get into something very new and exciting. And I promise not to say the word cart again for another year.
Yeah.
I promise. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Great to have you.
Bye, everybody. Have
Bye,
a great
Steph.
night.
Bye,
Bye, Tim.
Kimberly.
Talk to you later. Bye, Kimberly.